Hi, my name is Chef Ina Pinkney. I'm known as the Breakfast Queen in Chicago, and I had a breakfast restaurant for 22 years here, so I know a little something about breakfast. Today I wanted to show you how to make pancakes from scratch. I know it sounds hard because it's easy to buy a mix, but you're home now and learning to do something at home in the safety of your own home with things you might just have on the shelf sounds like a good idea to me. Now there's one ingredient in here, and that's buttermilk, and not everybody has buttermilk in their house. So the next time you go out or someone goes out for you, you can buy fresh buttermilk, or you can buy this buttermilk powder and you just add it. It'll tell you right here on the back how much to put in instead of buttermilk. So there's always a way to make pancakes. Now I decided to make pancakes for one, because a lot of us are living in a place right now where we're going to feed ourselves. If you want to feed somebody else with you, double the recipe, triple the recipe. That'll put your math skills to work as well. So what I have here first in a bowl is flour. I have a cup of flour. Very easy, any all-purpose flour will do. And then I have here, and look, everything I have has a little heart on it. There's just a little teaspoon of sugar, and we're going to put that in, along with a quarter teaspoon of baking soda and a little quarter teaspoon of salt. Now here's one of the tips that people don't tell you when you're using flour and you're adding some other dry ingredients to it. You really have to mix it up. You've got to whisk it around. You can't just put it on top and then add your other ingredients. That salt is not going to get filtered through. The baking soda is not going to get filtered through, and neither is the sugar. So take a minute and you want to beat this. This is the same thing with whatever you're making. Any kind of pastry, baking good that you're using flour and you're adding something to it, make sure that you absolutely blend it. So you can use a fork. I just happen to have a whisk. You should see what I have in the drawer here, a lot of stuff. So I'm just going to mix this up very, very simply. And now I have here 3/4 of a cup of that buttermilk. I just happen to have some in the house. And then I added another 1/4 cup of milk to it. So I have a full cup of liquid here. 3/4 of a cup of buttermilk, 1/4 cup of the liquid. Of milk. And then I have an egg, 1 egg, large, and I'm going to mix it up a little bit. The easiest way to mix an egg is going side by side, because if you do it round and around, the yolk is going to go round and around. Did you ever notice that? So go side to side to side to side to side, and you'll be mixing it up. Now the secret of baking and making pancakes, which is really a form of baking, is that you always want to add the wet to the dry. And so you want to put all the wet together, mix it up, add it to the dry. So right now I have here my egg, and I'm going to just pour it into the buttermilk. So now I've got some more wets together. And I have here 2 tablespoons of melted butter. I left it out to get a little soft, and then I put it in the microwave for the second. If you just need to, a secret, a trick, take a cup, put the cup under the really hot water, turn the cup upside down over the butter. It'll soften the butter instantly. Leave it there for a little bit while you're getting other things ready. But here is 2 tablespoons of melted butter. I do love butter. Now I have all of my wet. I'm going to mix it up just a little, another heart. So I can't tell when I'm recording this if this is backwards for you. It's backwards for me when I'm looking at the screen. So my restaurant was called Ina's. Clever, my name, Ina's. And I have a cookbook called Ina's Kitchen. And you are in my kitchen. I can't say that for everybody. I really don't do that very much. So now I'm going to make a little well in the middle. And I'm going to pour in all of the wet. Buttermilk, milk, 1 egg, and 2 tablespoons of butter. Ready for the next tip? I am. You never stir this together. You just mix it gently. just gently. So now I'm going to do that, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to tell you why. Is because if you stir this really hard, it will activate the gluten in there, and it will make it very, very tough. And what you will get is not a fluffy pancake. What you will get is a hockey puck. Not what you want for breakfast. And by the way, while we need all the comfort we can get these days, my suggestion to you is breakfast for dinner. Ultimate comfort food. Imagine sitting down at the end of one of these days that don't make any sense to us. And what do? We make up some pancakes, maple syrup, maybe even a cup of coffee, orange juice, and it's like ending the day in the best way possible. Now, I don't know if you can see, but I did not mix that up very well. There's lumps, there's bumps, there's flour. It's exactly how I want it. Exactly. So, I am now going to take a pan, and I'm only going to do one of these so that you get to see it. And I do a light coating of oil. I like a little more oil than most people because I like it crispy on the edges. And I am now going to take a big spoon and I'm going to put it right here. A little more maybe. And I'm going to carefully make it into a nice round pancake. And then put it over medium-low heat. And I'm just going to let it cook slowly until some bubbles on the top. And until I lift the sides and I see underneath, it's getting nice and medium brown. And then I'm going to flip it. No, I don't do that. I'm not that good. I use a pancake turner, turn it over, let it cook a little bit more. And then, look what I have. Look what I have here. I have pancakes. Real maple syrup, you deserve it. And pancakes. See how beautiful those are? I'm trying to get the right angle. I didn't cook them evenly. I cooked them in 3 different pans so that I could get them done all at once. So this is the kind I really like, a little darker. These are my second favorite. These are my third favorite. Happens, you know, this is what it is when one is cooking. So pancakes for dinner, very simple recipe. You can't make a mistake unless you overbeat it. Don't overbeat it. And then you will sit down and say, boy, that Ina, she knew what she was talking about. So be safe, stay home, be careful, and these will tell you how much I love you. Bye.